This is your CEO assessment tip. Today we're talking about organic growth strategy. Can your CEO increase the natural growth rate of your business? Here are a few questions we can ask to test for that. Number one, I would ask, give me an example of a time you changed your capital structure. This is the ratio between equity to debt at the business. Can the CEO look at your P&L and identify where value is hidden or locked and unlock it? The second question I would ask is, what is your philosophy of gearing? If we're going to maximize your natural growth rate, some debt will have to be involved. So how does the CEO think about debt, and how much debt is too risky? How much debt is too little? How much is just enough? How should we be using debt? How should we be thinking about debt? So what is your philosophy of gearing? The third question is, how do you use your retained earnings? What are the metrics that you use in your decision-making process? So in this question, I want to know, how is a CEO utilizing the excess cash? How much of that cash should be paid as dividends to the shareholders? How much cash should be used as growth capital and reinvested back in the business? How much of that cash should be used as working capital and cash reserves? So we want to work with CEOs who have a distinctive framework for how that cash will be used, and that they'll be using the right metrics in order to allocate it efficiently. Question number 4. If you could reduce your working capital by 1 day, how much money would that save, and what would you do with that extra cash? So this quickly tests if the CEO is aware of what the working capital costs are. Are they working to reduce their cash-to-cash cycle time? And are they savvy enough to understand, if I wanted to, for example, open 5 more locations, I would need $3 million, and that would mean if I just reduce my working capital by 10 days, I'll be able to organically self-fund my own growth? Or are they just, hey, let's try to reduce costs where we can and see how it pans out on the P&L? So how empirically focused is your CEO, and do they understand what the cost of that cash being locked up in your business is? Are they employing strategies to reduce your cash-to-cash cycle time, and are they employing strategies to reduce or even eliminate your working capital altogether? This is the kind of CEO we're looking for. So there's a few areas that we just want to quickly get a litmus test as to what your CEO skill set is in terms of maximizing your natural growth rate or your organic growth rate for your business. Those are a few questions you can use to catch a CEO off balance. If you like those, you could pick up our book, CEO Assessment and Selection, which has over 400 questions that you can use in your CEO interviews. Also, on our book page, you can download a free sample of the book, and you can get a link to our book page in the description of this video.